Hi, this is Keith from Commanded Creation. I wanted to share with you a tutorial today on how to do affirmation books. I started using affirmation books years ago. In fact, when I was first using them, I had thrown together a party at my house for friends, and we had all kind of just tossed magazines into the center of my living room and took which ones we liked and cut out pictures and made these affirmation books. In fact, I have one of my first ones here. You may have started your own affirmation books or not, but that's fine. I actually may have a couple of things that you have not heard before about affirmations. So when affirmations, you're actually looking for just the right picture. I'm a very visual based person. So if something isn't just exact to how I want to see it, it's very hard for me to put in the necessary belief and passion and energy into feeling like that's true, that it's present reality, that I already have something. And that's very difficult if it isn't exact to the spec of what I'm looking for. So, for instance, I have this house here, and it's a beautiful house, don't get me wrong. I don't know if you can see it, I'll put it a little closer for you. But it's a beautiful house, don't get me wrong. What I love about it is the porch here that you can see, maybe, it's right there. And it's not the entire house that really speaks to me, it's just that porch. The reason why I saved that picture years ago for myself is because to me, I see a picture and I take apart pieces that I actually love, that I actually draw energy from. So the pieces that really speak to me, whether that's a grandiose porch that's huge and beautiful, or if it's a specific feature on a car that I like, maybe it's just the rims, then I'll cut out that picture of the car, but that's what I'll focus on in particular is the rims of that car. And it's kind of fun because it's a game almost where you start to put together pieces of the puzzle, which will lead you to the very thing that you want. And when you get to that point where you find the very thing that you want, you are absolute in your affirmations. It is so solid, and the belief comes from a natural place inside yourself that you don't have to convince yourself and beat that part of your brain that tells you you're a liar. So this is one of my first, affirmation books that I ever made. Now, I'll just show you some of the things. Here I had a living room set up, which isn't exactly my style, but like I was saying, I took out certain features that I really wanted in my current house today. I obviously wanted to live near the water, like most people do, and I put one of my favorite things in here, first page. The ocean, because who doesn't love the ocean? But yeah, this is absolutely I love this book. It's funny, it's like my own history that I get to look back into, the things that I wanted, the things that I thought um, were absolute, perfection that would be like the top of the mountain for me. Like that's the highest that I could go. And the funny thing is that once you actually complete some of these affirmations, once you see what's possible, you raise your standards for what you want. So let's say that you get Porsche, well, now you're aiming for a Ferrari as your new car. And that's for everything in life, really. I think that us as human beings, once we grow uh, to a certain level, we look for the next level of growth. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's natural for human beings to do that, but that's just something that I wanted to show you. So if you want to get started on your affirmation book, if you have not made one yet, you can just get, a simple cheap folder. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could, get a professionally drawn or illustrated cover for it. But for me, I don't really need anything that fancy for just an affirmation book that I'm gonna make a new one a year from now. But yeah, you just find something like that and you start collecting images. And it doesn't have to be the exact thing that you want, it just has to have some sort of trace or remnant in it that seems like it speaks to you, that you draw energy from that one individual thing. And for the people who already have been doing affirmation books, that's so great. You're so far ahead of where usually people start out from. So you already have a lot of experience at this, maybe, and that's great. But I'm sure that, by taking this advice about finding the little details and pictures and things like that, you can derive some sort of, meaning out of that that you can now get started on taking these pictures and taking what really speaks to you. So, another thing that I wanted to address about affirmations is that a lot of gurus will often talk about the most important thing about affirmations is the belief. And that's very difficult for me. That's a very sore topic because they talk about it as if belief in something is very easy to attain, that you just have to believe something. And that's not the easiest thing for people, including me. So I've designed something that, regardless of where you are at in your life, whether it's driving home or you're having to take care of your kids, that regardless of what you're doing, you don't have to sit down for 10 to 20 minutes twice a day to do your affirmations. Regardless of what you're doing, you can actually experience your affirmations. That's the beauty of this product that I've just made. And as part of my community, part of the Commanded Creation community, I'm going to show you a little bit of it. It's quite phenomenal. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. A lot of people have made different things, taken the belief aspect of affirmations and come at it from a bunch of different ways. But I'm telling you, there has never been anything like this before. This is something that allows you to experience your affirmations as if you are right there. It's no longer going to be a case of, does this feel like it's in the present tense? Does it feel like it's positive enough? Do I believe it, most importantly? You won't have any of those questions running through your mind. It's something that you don't have to argue and reason and logic out with yourself in your mind to get past that barrier that tells you you're a liar. It's something that you just automatically feel and experience. No, I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about something that's completely natural. It's a brand new concept, and it's something that no one has ever seen before. So, as I said a little bit earlier, as a part of my community at Commanded Creation, I'm going to give you exclusive early bird access to seeing this product. It's phenomenal, and I've priced it at such a low price because I want this to be spread to as many people as possible. It's part of my daily routine now. And this is coming from a guy who thought that affirmations and meditation, all of this was complete crap. I thought that was something that people just did to feel happy, and it's not. I can truly say that it's something that can help you achieve your goals in life, regardless of what aspect that is, whether that's wealth, health, your relationships. It does not matter. It's just like they say, you can use it for anything. So, as part of my community, I'm giving you early access to that. But that being said, like I said, my initial objective here is to spread it to as many people as possible. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to take that to the general marketplace, which means that the whole world will see it. And it will be a slightly more expensive price because this is something huge and this is something that I want people to really value. If this is at a certain price point that's really, really cheap, people aren't going to place a lot of value in the content that this particular unique product has to offer. So that's why I have to put it at a little bit higher of a price. But being part of my community, having put your trust, or at least some of it, I hope, into this community, I'm giving you this special discount. The product is called Sensory Waypoint, and you'll see a little bit more information about it probably down below me or wherever it is on the screen. Just look out for it. Shouldn't be too far away. But I'll send you some more information on it, and I'd really recommend you take a look at it because I wouldn't be telling you this if it hadn't changed my life in a profound way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.